Morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. All right, so today I'm going to be explaining the directions and how to do the assignment for Wednesday 6/3 ELA assignment. All right, if you go ahead in number one, you should already be watching the video, so good job. When you're finished watching this video, you're going to answer the following question in the attached Google Slides. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Google Slides, get out of this so we can focus. On the first slide, you'll see the directions. It says using the text, which is chapters 1 and chapter 2, answer the following question using RACES to organize your writing. If you guys remember what RACES is, R stands for restate the question, A stands for answer all parts of the question, C means to cite your evidence from the text, E means to explain the evidence that you cited, and S means to sum it up in the end, okay? So before I go ahead and read the first question, I'm just going to go ahead and remind you guys what making inferences is. This comes straight out of our reading response journal, the one that we've used all year in school, okay? Good readers make inferences by using clues from the story and their own background knowledge to figure out something that goes beyond the author's words. Okay, we're going to be definitely making inferences today while we're reading and while we're answering our question. So the question that you're answering today is right here. Number one, even if the author didn't tell us, we would know or we would infer that the Bucket family was poor. Okay, the inference that we're making right now is that the Bucket family was poor. What you're going to do is you're going to use details from the text to explain how the Bucket family is poor. Okay, guys? So we're making the inference that the Bucket family is poor. We already know that. We're able to infer that in the text. Your job today is to find evidence from the text and use details from the text to then explain how you know that the Bucket family is poor. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the third slide. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and do my example for you. Okay. So where it says add name here, you're going to type in your name. And where it says write your explanation here, this is where you're going to write your explanation using RACES. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit so it's easier to see. Okay, and I'm going to start with my explanation. Right at the top, again, here's that question. Even if the author didn't tell us, we would know that the Bucket family was poor. Okay, so I'm going to start off by using my R, restate the question. I know that the Bucket family is poor because, and what's my answer? Well, this is my answer. Because they have a big family and all live in a small house. Okay, that's my R. I restated. I know that the Bucket family is poor because, and my answer is that they have a big family and all live in a small house. Now I'm going to do the C for my RACES. I'm going to cite my evidence. So the first thing I would have to do is go to Learning Ally. Okay, and
the whole of this family.
I would need to find my evidence first. Okay, so the evidence that I'm choosing is this right here. It says the whole of this family, the 6 grown-ups, count them, and little Charlie Bucket, live together in a small wooden house on the edge of a great town. Okay, I'm choosing that because that goes with my answer of they have a big family and they all live in one house. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in on page. Let's find out what page that was on. The page will always be underneath the play sign. On page 4, the text says, paste that in, the whole of this family, the 6 grown up, let me fix that a little bit. The whole of this family The 6 grown-ups, count them, and little Charlie Bucket live together in a small wooden house on the edge of a great town. Now I need to explain my evidence. This proves that the Bucket family is poor because there are a lot of people living together in one house. If they had money, they would all live in different houses. Okay, back to my explanation. And the last part is S. Sum it up. Now you can see why the Bucket family is poor. Okay, so that is how I organize my writing. My R was restate the question. My A was answering the question. My C was citing my evidence. My E was explaining my evidence. And my S was summing it up. Okay, so that would be number 1 of the directions. Answering the question underneath the explanation column. Okay, guys, there's 2 columns here. The one where you write your explanation, and then the second column is where you respond to a friend. Responding to a friend goes with number 2 in the directions. When you are finished, use the second column to respond to a classmate's response. Do you agree or disagree with them? Why? Do you have something to add on? So, if I were a classmate, let's pretend I'm Miss Peters. And if I am Miss Peters, I might say, I agree with Miss Mielko because living in a small wooden house with 7 people might get crowded very easily. So again, you can pick anyone's explanation and you would just respond right next to them. You need to put your name, whether you agree or disagree with them, whether you want to add on to what they have to say, and you need to write why. Okay? Again, you can choose any of these slides to write your explanation in or your response to a friend, but just make sure when you respond to a friend that their explanation's already there. Okay, guys? So once again, first you are answering this question using races. When you are finished, you use the second column to respond to a classmate's response. All right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you need any help whatsoever, you can join my Google Meet at 10:30. You can email me or you can leave me a comment. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.